Okay, again, so I put the Tusk D Sport on the front. Checked the tire pressure when I got back. It's still the same. So I didn't pinch a tube or anything. So I'm pretty happy with that. The tire definitely is a lot more aggressive than the stock Dunlop. So it did make the steering feel heavier on making turns for sure. So that's something I'm going to have to get a little bit used to. But overall, it's ready to go. The Michelin Ankree Wild tire on the back. Loving this tire so far. It hooks up pretty well and no complaints. I think that this tire setup combination is definitely going to be a great combination to go with. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday. I just got off a Facebook conference call with 3 of the other guys. There's 5 of us that are going to be running the Smoky Mountain 500. We're going to be starting on Monday, March 25th. We're going to be running a route counterclockwise, starting from Robbinsville to Tellico Plains, then from Tellico Plains to Suches, and then the 3rd day back to Robbinsville. So we're looking forward to it. We've been planning this ride really for a short period of time, the last couple of weeks. We'll be having 2 guys from Georgia come up, 1 from Maryland, 1 from West Virginia, and 1 from North Carolina. So first time all of us are ever riding together as a group. So it should be interesting. Looking forward to doing it and having some good times. For this ride, I'm also trying a couple of new things out. I just put a quad lock handlebar mount for my old Moto Stylus phone that I run my Gaia app off of. I used to run it in here. Up here is much better. I can see it. I can touch it a little bit better than what was in this case. So hopefully that's going to make a big difference as far as being able to see my app, my map, and work the app however I need to do it. Also, I put on my Garnet riding boots that I just got in. I've worn them around the house some. I've soaked them pretty good in waterproof lotion to help break them in. So this is really my first time out riding with them. So far, they're comfortable boots. Plenty of room for the shifter. I do have a Happy Trails extended shifter on the bike, but no problems. Get into the shift lever and shift into gears. Just gonna stop, take a quick look at the tire because I left my tire gauge at home. Everything feels fine on it. Like I said, the lug pattern's definitely a lot more aggressive than the stock Dunlop. And this is the Michelin Adventure Wild Ankree tire on the back here. So 2 new tires on it. Ready to tackle the 500. So let's see how this new tire performs on the dirt and rock. This is about as wild as it gets this far from my house, but it's good. At least it's something. It's just hard packed dirt, some loose gravel. Now, I'm not going to try to jinx myself or anything, but I definitely feel a lot more confident on rock, loose rock, and the hard-packed roads with the Tusk front tire and the Michelin rear tire. The Dunlops just, I don't know, I think they were pretty much made for street more than anything. And they were fine on the road. I had no problems with them on the road, but I would get out on stuff like this, and if it was even just a little bit of loose rock, I would start gliding around a little bit on the road. So trust me, I'm not going to be overconfident with these tires until I get used to them and get 100% feel for them, but right now they really feel good. Just found another little dirt road section here that I didn't know existed. Sort of just popped up on me, so said I'm just going to get out and ride these roads a little bit and break the tires in a little bit more. See, even though it's first week of March and everything still hasn't bloomed in yet, so the pollen drop should be starting any day now. Okay, so that dumped me out on Massengale, which I rode before, but going the other way. And I believe the last ride out I did this section here. This is a continuation of Massengale. So it's still nice to be, I don't know, 8-9 miles away from some nice dirt roads that I can get out and ride on. So anyway, with the Smoky Mountain 500, like I said, we got 5 of us. Originally it was going to be 2, then it went to 3, then 2 guys in some of the Facebook groups asked if they could jump in, and we're like, heck yeah, more the merrier. So we're going to have a total of 5, and like I stated a little bit earlier, I've rode with Greg one time before, be my first time riding with the other 3 guys, and likewise, their first time riding with me and with them, with everybody. So we're looking forward to having a good time. We're not going to get up and do any breakneck speeds or anything. We're going to stop when we stop. And I'll be honest, I've never done 8 or 9 hours on a motorcycle since I was, I don't know, my early 20s. So I don't know how well my rear end is going to adapt to being on this hard KLR seat all day. But definitely going to give it a go. If I need to, I'll strap a pillow to myself. So for prepping for the 500, I've probably overthought this thing way too much. I've looked at the Gaia map probably 100 times at least. So I think I got the route down packed with what we want to do and where we're going. And like I said, our goal is to get out and ride, start hopefully about 8 o'clock every morning, and have enough time to stop at the scenic spots, take some pictures, and just make our way along. When we hit asphalt, we want to make it where we can just run the speed limit and still get in at a reasonable hour, hopefully every day, barring any kind of issues, and then just recruit and enjoy the night, and then get over and do it all over again for 2 more days. The one thing that we noticed on the route, and I'm glad I went to the Smoky Mountain 500 group page and asked questions, because if you don't know, ask, because it saved me some grief figuring out the app. It definitely saved some possible grief with such things like the first day from Robbinsville to Tellico. Right now there's no fuel options. From the time you leave Robbinsville and go on the east route that goes down below the east side of Cohutta, there's 0 fuel options until you get almost into Tellico. So the best I can map it out from where we're staying at Simple Life to the nearest gas station is going to be about 135 miles. So in the KLR, I'm good. Greg's KLR, we're good. The other guys are running smaller 3.5 gallon tanks. They are going to bring extra fuel with them. So it's just stuff like that that you need to look at and try to research before you get out on a trail and get yourself in a situation you don't want to deal with once you get out there. I don't know, maybe I overthink things, but the whole point of doing an adventure ride and enjoying an adventure ride is, first, doing the adventure ride, second, enjoying it with little to no problems if possible. Day 2 from Cherahalla Mountain Trail Campground to Two Wheels and Suches looks like a very long stint, and best I can tell by looking at the Gaia map and watching videos, it's probably the longest day on unpaved roads. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm seeing on the maps and from what I've watched in videos. When I get on and ride it, I want a video, and I want to try to do Johnny Powell, if you haven't seen his YouTube, he did a ride up there and it was outstanding because he labeled every road that he went on. So that way I was able to open up my Gaia app, watch the video and track along and plot out, say, okay, that's dirt, that's not dirt, and that kind of thing. So that was an outstanding job that Johnny Powell Rides did on that. Fuel options are a lot better on the second day and actually a lot better on the third day. Absolutely beautiful riding day here just south of Atlanta. Upper 60s, sunny as can be. Come Sunday, we'll be within the 2-week window of when we can start watching the weather for North Carolina, Tennessee, and upper North Georgia. Still pretty cool in the mornings up there right now, and they've been getting a lot of rain. So we're sort of hoping the rain dissipates over the next 2 weeks. I can deal with cold, I can deal with hot. Just don't really want to ride in cold, rainy conditions if possible. Especially since this is really my first time getting out and riding stuff like this. So I'd like to get some good dry miles like this underneath my belt before start tackling those kind of conditions. Well, I feel like I'm going to be happy with the setup. To be prepared for this ride, said I've got new boots I've got on now for the first time. They feel great. They're the Garnets. The phone mount here is holding perfect. No vibration or anything at all. Said it's an old phone, so I don't worry about the camera vibration anyway, but just looking at it, it's not really vibrating anything big. New front tire, new rear tire. My rock straps are on the way in. Got a hydro pack from USWE coming in. They sent one in that you saw, or you're going to see on a review video, that was too small. Fit me like a sports bra. So I had to send it back and order the Adventure model. They sent the wrong one. But once I get that pack in and the rock straps in, I think I'm be pretty much good to go as far as being set for the ride. I've got to order a couple more tubes because I did put the aftermarket tubes in both tires and want to change them. Big difference between good thick aftermarket tubes versus what they put in from the factory. The factory ones were very, very thin. So I feel comfortable with the tubes I put in, so I got to order 2 more aftermarket tubes and be good to go. Ready to ride.